stars as they pose for their pre-match photographs. There'll be coin toss. Daribele says we can get underway, and Nigeria kick us off at the Complexe Sportif de Fez. The journey begins, the stories start to write themselves, and somewhere in this match, character will be revealed as the next chapter is written. It's Nigeria in their traditional green and black. It is Tanzania in the blue and yellow. Hello and welcome as Al Rahia gets onto the end of a ball for Tanzania, looking to push forward down towards the near side where Mombwa, look, this is a busy Tanzanian side who enjoy passing the ball around. Miroshi with a little error that is seized upon immediately by Lukman, who finds Osimhen, and Nigeria look to pounce early. The cutback, it falls into a little pocket. There's no goals as yet, but Nigeria have the corner here. Chukwueze, header off the woodwork. Agonisingly close. The taller men fall. Some power behind it as well.
Yeah, very good movement for Bassi. They've taken off, and the way he's able to stay.
No, it's
not Bassi.
Thought it was Bassi from our angle, from our vantage point.
Indians are playing what they're doing, and so far they are doing it well.
Kapombe flying up on their far side flank. He's got two men to aim at. Maybe just offside, but a lovely acrobatic attempt. He will be. Long ball, just a little to Nigeria. Man who made his name at Villarreal. What?
If the pitch is wet or if it's dry, it kind of like.
Chance here maybe. Going over was Lukman, but delivery over the top. Osimhen battling. He's been tugged on, and that'll be a free kick for Nigeria. Simon protesting both for his Italian club side Atalanta and indeed for Nigeria after establishing himself as an England youth international and winning the Under-17 World Cup and Under-20 World Cup in 2017. Here he goes and goes wide. Salah's 90th minute winner for Egypt after Marmoush had equalised in the second half against Zimbabwe. There's Chukwueze. Another dazzling run down the flank.
In possession, yeah, when we go on the attack, it's good to have movements around the man with the ball.
Make a little bit of a break. Suva with a run diagonally that Bassi follows, and Calvin comes away with possession. Akor Adams. Osimhen into space, touches on, drives past the keeper, and surely now denied with a clearance off the line. The lead, courtesy of Bakari Magneto.
Great strike, but Osimhen should have tried as much as possible to put that ball in the air, not on the ground. Beating the goalkeeper, the next ball should be up.
Founded the keeper for the second time in the game, but got off an accurate shot for the first time. Chukwueze, here's Iwobi. Nigeria still pushing. High presence, the header is there, and the goal is good. Nigeria can celebrate. The Super Eagles have left off, and it's Shemi Ajayi who scores only his second international goal.
This was exactly what we were saying earlier. We're against teams that. Beautiful pull out. And a very good header.
That's lovely, lofted in by Iwobi. But Shemi Ajayi, that aerial presence that is often so critical in defensive efforts, becomes critical up front as he scores the opener for Nigeria.
And he attacked the ball. Very, very important. Came from behind, went towards the ball and attacked it.
Straight down the centre, the option potentially there. Miroshi might fancy something, looks for Samata now. Space, Al Rahia on target. Mobali in the wet, unable to seize it. Another look at Iwobi's wonderful ball in.
Lovely ball. Well dosed.
Of the oldest continuously operating university in the world. And Nigeria will be wanting to educate Tanzania tonight. As Osei Ndidi looks from range, and that's a brilliant effort, denied by Forbat. Chukwueze picks up on it, chance to finish, deflected and tipped over.
He should have struck it immediately. Beautiful.
Oh,
and that's supposed to be his weak foot. Here, he should have struck the ball immediately when the ball came back. The moment you do that, yeah, there is panic here, hit it. goalie. Monumental errors from, I think it's just Nigeria just played on their best qualities.
Osimhen!
That's a goal.
And inside the opening minutes after the restart, the offside flag is up, it won't count. But Akor Adams with a diagonal run latches onto the finish of tremendous quality. But the flag up for offside.
Akor is a thorn on the flesh of the and I think for Nigeria, Osimhen has to also time his runs better.
Well, he does flirt with the offside line. Now, Dan Bede is not going to allow play to get back underway until it is offside. To disrupt the passing game of Tanzania that, when they're given space, can flourish. Kapombe in toward the edge of that area. Samata crowded, opts not to go through, finds Alarakia. Miroshi, chip over the top and the run on, and that's going to stand. Mombwa has now got 3 goals in his last 2 games. Tanzania back on level terms in brilliant fashion. Samata's route blocked.
But changing direction from left to right, and it's got the goal.
And maybe the presence of Samata there was key, because when Samata got onto the ball, his path was immediately blocked. There were 3 defenders in front of him. What that did was create a little bit of space and maybe diverted attention from Mombwa's run. Nigeria look through the centre here. Lukman delivers again. Ademola Lukman with a fine goal that takes Nigeria back in front. Mere minutes after an equaliser for in this second half passage of play.
Clinical finishing, really. He took matters into his own hands.
4 players in front of him.
But clinical finishing with his left foot. This is really well struck.
Well, he was the rampant goal scorer in the knockout stages. Kapombe. Whipped in, decent looking delivery, space for Alarakia, hits it, deflected, and that's pushed wide for the offside.
There. It's inadmissible at this level to leave the man behind. Inadmissible.
Well, if Nigeria have the quality, Tanzania have the hunger. Akor Adams, Osimhen, dazzling run. Simon pushing, squaring. Osimhen juggling, Lukman, and that's tipped over by Forba. Out for the corner.
He's an outright winger. He's got pace. He's got experience. And now you're going to see with this player loads of crosses coming in.
Yep. Not moving it quite as they would like. Osimhen has it back. Osimhen pounces, but he keeps coming back. He's a resilient star, is Moses Simon. Keeps this ball in play. Inside, outside. Moses Simon for the assist potentially. Iwobi just over in the stadium. Seats in anticipation of a finish, but agonizingly high.
It will have been almost like a carbon copy of the goal scored by Lukman.
But Iwobi's assist for the opener stunning. Here is a ball laid into Osimhen's path. It was an awkward angle to try to finish with his right. Ends up in the African Nations Championship in Tanzania on home soil. Scored in a victory over Burkina Faso. Delivery in, Osimhen brings it down, doesn't bring it under control. Keepers come out.
Oh, I think Osimhen could have done better with the first touch there. I think that's what put him into kind of sorts, because physically he seemed to have dominated the defender. Yeah.
Again, lovely ball through. Chance to strike it first time, not taken, and then pulled off target at the second time.
Up front, and at the moment, Nigerians are very wary of Osimhen getting injured. So taking him off now.
Team that knows how to play tournament football. Samata looking to release out on the far side. Square ball. Bassi again there to try to square that ball away from goal.
Lack of communication. But this beautiful movement by the Tanzanians.
Crosser of the ball from the corner. Miroshi in toward the near post, bouncing around dangerously. The opportunity, however, not taken by Tanzania. An agonising moment, not only in the miss, but indeed the cramp that seemingly struck him moments after.
This asymmetric way of...
And that will be it, says Dahan Beda of Mauritania. Have Uganda in Rabat in 4 days' time before they finish their group against Tunisia. 3 days after that. Victor Osimhen might not have been on the scoreboard today, but he punctuated play with his movement. Lookman was superb, and a few players stuck their hands up tremendously despite the wet conditions. Final score, Nigeria 2, Tanzania 1 in Fez.